The New York Knicks' search for a new head coach has taken an interesting turn, as Mike Brown, the seasoned NBA veteran, has reportedly scheduled a second interview for the position. This move has sparked conversations across the league, with Brown emerging as a strong contender to take over the reins in New York. Mike Brown is no stranger to the NBA coaching world. With an impressive 24-year career, he's built a reputation as one of the league's most respected and accomplished coaches. His journey started in 2005 when he was hired as the head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers. It was here that Brown made a name for himself, especially during his first tenure from 2005 to 2010, when he was tasked with coaching a young LeBron James. Although Brown's Cavaliers fell short in the 2007 NBA Finals, his defensive prowess and leadership helped guide the team to success, and he would eventually earn NBA Coach of the Year honors in 2009. After his first stint with Cleveland, Brown spent a brief period with the Los Angeles Lakers. His time in LA was short but notable, as he helped the Lakers in the midst of a transition, although his tenure was cut short after a disappointing early exit from the playoffs in 2012. It wasn't long before Brown was back in Cleveland for a one-year stint in 2013-2014, once again attempting to guide the Cavaliers into contention. Fast forward to 2022, and Brown found himself back in the spotlight, this time as head coach of the Sacramento Kings. In his first two seasons with the Kings, he led the team to an impressive 94-70 record, significantly improving a franchise that had been struggling for years. His leadership helped push the Kings back into playoff contention, earning him a contract extension in June 2023. However, things took a turn in December 2024, when the Kings decided to part ways with Brown after a subpar 13-18 start to the season. Despite the sudden firing, Brown's resume remained strong, a 4-54-304 record across his head coaching career, including multiple playoff appearances and an NBA Finals appearance with Cleveland in 2007. But it's not just his head coaching experience that sets Brown apart. As an assistant coach, Brown has earned 4 NBA championships, winning 1 with the San Antonio Spurs and 3 with the Golden State Warriors. His time with the Warriors, in particular, was a highlight, where his defensive strategies were key to the Warriors' championship runs. Now, with the Knicks in need of a new head coach, Brown finds himself back in the mix. The Knicks parted ways with Tom Thibodeau on June 3rd after 5 seasons that included some highs, such as an Eastern Conference Finals appearance last season, but ultimately didn't result in sustained success. Despite a 226-174 record under Thibodeau, the team's owner, James Dolan, decided it was time for a change. The Knicks' search for a new coach has been a story in itself, with the team reportedly reaching out to several other head coaches around the league, including Jason Kidd, Billy Donovan, and Chris Finch. However, each of those inquiries was turned down. So, what's next for the Knicks? It looks like their focus has shifted to a more select group of candidates, and Mike Brown is firmly in the conversation. Alongside Brown, former Memphis Grizzlies head coach Taylor Jenkins, as well as assistant coaches like Micah Nori of the Minnesota Timberwolves, and former Charlotte Hornets head coach James Borrego are all reportedly being considered. But as it stands, Brown appears to be a major focal point of the Knicks' search. Why does Mike Brown make so much sense for New York? First and foremost, his extensive experience in the NBA. He's been through the highs and lows of coaching, and his ability to work with star players, especially in a pressure-filled market like New York, could be exactly what the Knicks need. Brown is known as a player's coach, someone who can develop relationships and get the most out of his roster. This is in stark contrast to Tom Thibodeau's hard-nosed, defensive-first approach, which, while effective at times, wore thin on some players during his tenure. Another aspect that makes Brown an appealing choice for the Knicks is his championship pedigree. With multiple rings as an assistant and his accolades as a head coach, Brown knows what it takes to win at the highest level. His experience with elite teams and star players could be invaluable for a Knicks team that is close to making a real run in the East. So, will Mike Brown be the next head coach of the New York Knicks? It's still uncertain, but his second interview is a promising sign. The Knicks are clearly taking their time with this decision, wanting to get it right. As we wait for the final decision, one thing is clear. Mike Brown's legacy as a coach is far from over, and the next chapter could very well be written in New York.